A renter threatened with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit by her landlord because she writes a negative Yelp review.
Well, this is going to hit a lot of people. CBS 2 investigator Kristine Lazar is here now with what she said and how you can protect yourself from getting sued for speaking out, Kristine?
You know, I learned a lot with this story because I didn't even know, could you be sued if you wrote a review? Isn't that free speech?
Yeah.
So I'll have the answer for you.
Okay.
But, you know, I do want to say we're seeing this more and more. Consumers being threatened with a lawsuit or even being sued for writing a one-star review. In this case, the tenant ended up taking her review down, and now she feels like her freedom of speech has been silenced. After Melissa Kellner wrote a one-star Yelp review about her former apartment complex and its management.
The management company are money-hungry, heartless people who don't care about their tenants and lack humanity.
She was threatened with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit by an attorney representing the apartment. What did you think when you opened that letter?
Oh, when I got that letter, I was terrified. Who wants to be sued? I mean, I don't even really have anything for them to take, but I felt intimidated. I felt bullied.
It all started weeks earlier when Melissa got a 60-day notice that her rent was going up from $1,450 to $1,750. That's a 20% increase. Melissa said she couldn't afford it and felt blindsided.
And when I moved into Regency Manor, the building manager assured me that the management group only raises the rent normal 3 to 5% every year.
So she says she asked the current property manager to reconsider.
I even wrote them a really respectful email to see if we could compromise. If I could sign another year lease and we only raise the rent 10% or 15%. And they just said flat out no.
Melissa then decided to move out, and she says before leaving, she posted that Yelp review.
While it may be legal for them to increase my rent by 20%, it's also legal for me to tell the truth and share my story.
But after getting that demand letter to remedy the situation within 7 days, Melissa reluctantly took the review down.
I wasn't even able to exercise my freedom of speech on a social media site that is specifically built for people to express their opinion.
The letter accuses Melissa of defamation and extortion, claiming she wrote the review to persuade them to lower her rent. Eric Goldman is a law professor at Santa Clara University. He talked to us via FaceTime and told us there was nothing out of the ordinary about Melissa's review.
These were the kinds of things that people are posting all the time. However, they still can create legal liability.
Goldman says California has very strong anti-SLAPP laws to protect people from getting sued for speaking out.
I hope that some people will choose to stand their ground and to keep their reviews online and to keep the truth online. But in order to do that, people have to decide it's worth the time and money, and I understand why many people don't.
Now, Goldman says when you do post reviews, state things as opinions rather than fact. And if you do list facts, make sure those are true. We reached out to the attorney who wrote that letter, and he said the law protects free speech, not false speech. The landlord maintains that Melissa wrote this negative review as a ploy to get them to reduce her rent. Now, she denies that and says that she wrote the review after she decided to move out and after they told her they weren't going to reduce her rent.
So it was her word against their word, even
Yes.
in a lawsuit, however, like you say.
Anybody can sue anybody for anything.
Right. But
And
it's
it
who has
depends,
the money to continue or to
do you
fight
want
the
to take a
lawsuit.
stand? You know, but we as the consumers, we're the ones who hurt, right? Because
Sure.
then we don't get to read these reviews. How many reviews are taken down because someone got a letter? We'll never know.
That's too bad. Well, now we know
Very
about
interesting.
that particular building.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much, Kristine.
Well, can Two on Your Side help you? Just email us at twoonyourside@cbs.com with your problem, or on Twitter, use the hashtag 2OnYourSide, and we'll see what we can do to help you solve it.